A lot of manifestation advice out there is one size fits all, but you are unique, and what works for someone else may not work for you. Fortunately, astrology offers deep insight into how you're specifically wired to manifest. And now, thanks to ChatGPT, we have this amazing tool that you can use to help you understand how your astrology chart reveals your best manifesting style. So in this video, I'm going to take you into ChatGPT and show you exactly how to use it as a really awesome manifesting and astrology coach combo to discover your best manifesting style according to astrology. But first, if you're new here, then welcome. My name is Adrienne DeCoates. I'm a manifesting coach and intuitive guide, and on my channel, we talk about getting into the flow and manifesting with ease. So if that is something you're interested in, I invite you to click the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you'll be the first to know when I publish new videos. So I've been using astrology for years to better understand myself, and when I discovered that ChatGPT is actually a very decent astrologer that you can talk to at any time that you want, I was hooked with all the Gemini in my astrology birth chart and all the curiosity and chattiness that entails. Having this always available pocket astrologer has been really fun, and honestly, some of the insights that it gives at times are really profound. And so, yeah, I'm excited to share about that with you today. But first, if you perhaps are like I used to be, where maybe you still have some confusion about how do manifesting and astrology even go together, like manifesting is all about being the unlimited creator of our reality versus astrology often can be about some element of perhaps fixedness or fatedness in our lives. I did a recent video about how astrology and manifesting can work well together, so I'll link that up here just in case that's a question still in your mind as it used to be in mine, and you can go deeper into that topic with me if you would like. Okay, so now let's talk about how to use ChatGPT and astrology to gain insights into your personalized manifesting style. But first, you'll want to know a few of your birth chart placements. You don't need to know the whole chart necessarily, but at least your big three, your sun, moon, and rising sign, are really helpful, and that's a great place to start. If you're not sure how to find those, I made a quick tutorial of how you can find those placements for free on astro.com, this site. And so I have that linked in the description box below this video, so you can easily get started with that if you need to. And so the first thing that I'm going to do, step one, is we're just going to be in a new chat on ChatGPT, and I'm going to type something like this: what manifestation methods might feel most natural for someone with a Libra rising, Scorpio moon, and Gemini sun, which is what I have. So I'll just type that in, click enter, and yeah, so you can see it's already populating with these interesting insights. So it's giving some core personality traits for Gemini, best methods coming through, and then Scorpio moon. Moon is like emotional world in astrology, so it's kind of giving those traits: emotionally intense, deep. Yeah, in my chart I've got this chatty mental Gemini sun, and then this deep emotional Scorpio moon. So combination of these two are kind of what works for me, these mental aspect things, scripting, journaling in specific ways, with some of the shadow work, some of the dealing with negative emotions type of a thing. And then the rising sign, Libra, that's mine. It's giving that aspect too. And so then you can see below, it's kind of trying to give you some combined method suggestions too. So that's pretty interesting as well. And so another thing I really like about this, about using ChatGPT for this, is that you can ask as many follow-up questions as you like also. So let's go ahead and ask a follow-up question, something like, what challenges might a Gemini sun experience in manifestation? These can be good questions, asking about the challenges, asking about the strengths. So yeah, this resonates. Scattered focus slash inconsistent intentions. Sometimes that can be a challenge with Gemini, is wanting to go broad, having trouble focusing on just one thing at a time, or having a more limited focus. So that definitely resonates. Overthinking or intellectualizing, restlessness, impatience. Yes, you can see it's given me all these different, it's given me 4 possible challenges and then giving me some tips for how to ground Gemini energy. So you could do that with your moon sign, you can do that with your rising sign, and get these really interesting insights. And so yeah, really it's great because it's like a dialogue. You can just chat back and forth and ask to go deeper. Sometimes I'll do that if there's something I'm getting from ChatGPT that I'll really like. I'll say, maybe something like, let's go even deeper into how I can best work with my Scorpio moon. And you can even make it really more specific. One thing I know about my Scorpio moon is it's in the 2nd house of my astrology chart, which is the money house. So there's money is related to this moon in my chart. So I can say, if I know that, something even deeper, like let's go even deeper into how I can best work with my Scorpio moon to manifest money. Let's see if it has anything interesting to say there. Oh yes, now we're talking power. Yeah, so it's giving me some more insights here in a more specific way on it, so you can ask about specific topics too, like money, relationships, health, whatever you're curious about. So it's really this cool back and forth dialogue. But yeah, anyway, just to give you a little bit of example of how you can get started and see, it's given me all of this, and you can, and for any of those aspects, I could ask to go even deeper too if I wanted, if I was curious, or if I wanted it to explain more fully. If I had any questions about this, I could just go even deeper into it. Yeah, so like I was just demonstrating, you can use this tool to explore any area of your life specifically. Like I was starting to look at money. You could also do health, career, relationships, anything that you're curious about. You can also use ChatGPT. You can ask it to help you to create custom visualizations or scripting or affirmations, things like that based on your astrology chart. So it's a really interesting and fun tool to check out, and especially to get kind of these personalized manifesting insights according to your astrology chart, and to see if you can find some things that really are resonant and helpful for your manifesting practice. I know that watching kind of the screen recording tutorial, it may not always be easy to follow along exactly with what I'm doing. And also there were more ideas that I wanted to share with you, like more prompts of what you can ask ChatGPT about that can be really interesting and helpful. So I made a PDF guide with some of my favorite prompts to use for ChatGPT for astrology and manifesting. So I have a link to get that below if you're interested. That will have the prompts so you can easily copy and paste them into ChatGPT. It can help you brainstorm some of your own. And so yeah, check that out below if you're interested. I just wanted to close out with a few tips and best practices for working with ChatGPT and for astrology and manifesting. So the first tip is indulge your curiosity. Really just feel free to follow your natural curiosity. Let your intuition, let your natural interests guide you and inspire you about what questions you can ask. No question is really off limits, but the next tip that I would give is to be mindful when you're working with ChatGPT in the context of astrology. If you are wanting to look at astrology transits or forecasting with ChatGPT, and also aspects, if you're familiar with kind of the aspects in astrology, like planets trining or squaring or conjunct or opposing each other, those kind of things. At least at the time that I'm recording this video, the 03 model of ChatGPT works better at those kind of things versus the 4.0 model, which is kind of the default model that they have you use just normally with GPT. I think eventually they're going to combine all the different models together, but if you're doing things, I've noticed, like if you're doing aspects or transits, wanting ChatGPT to talk about upcoming astrology transits to your birth chart. That can be kind of an advanced topic, but if you are kind of an astrology nerd like I am and you know things like, for example, Jupiter is going to be in the career part of my chart for a year starting in the summer. And so I had a whole conversation with ChatGPT all about that. But talking like to make those calculations or to do those more advanced things, it can be a good idea to use the number 3 model, the O3 model, instead of the 4O model, because that one uses reasoning that helps it to, sometimes the 4O makes kind of little mistakes and errors in its calculations. So that's another tip that I would give. And then the third tip is to stay playful. So remember, this is about discovery, this is about having fun, this is about finding what resonates. It's not about rigid rules and things that you have to do in order to manifest. I mean, take everything that ChatGPT says with a grain of salt, test it against what your feelings tell you, because your inner being, your intuitive guidance is the best manifesting expert for you and best advice giver for you. So my hope with you using ChatGPT and astrology for manifesting advice is that some of the things that it spits out for you are going to feel really interesting or really exciting, or it's going to give you a new idea that feels really good, because that's really, if that happens, a sign that your inner being is really agreeing with what ChatGPT says. And I've had a lot of those experiences personally in working with ChatGPT, where some of the stuff that it spits out is like really resonant and really spot on and helpful. And so that's the thing to do, is always kind of measure whatever it's telling you against what your heart, what your intuition, what your feelings are saying, and lean into the stuff that says, that feels exciting, that feels interesting, that feels insightful, and just leave aside anything that doesn't feel that way. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this look at how we can use ChatGPT to give us some insights into our manifesting style based on our astrology charts. And if you do decide to try out some of the suggestions in this video for having this conversation with ChatGPT, and you discover anything that's interesting or helpful, I'd definitely love to hear about that. Please leave me a comment down below and let's have some more conversation about this. Maybe you're using some prompts that I haven't tried yet, and you could share those with me too. That would be really fun. Yeah, so definitely leave your thoughts and comments down below about this topic. And like I just mentioned a few minutes ago, I also created a free PDF with some of my favorite prompts for ChatGPT on these topics of manifesting and intuition. And so you can go to the link in the description box of this video to download that prompt guide for ChatGPT and astrology and manifesting. So anyway, thank you again for joining me today for this video. And if you did like this video, I think you will also enjoy this next video that I mentioned at the top of the video, which is all about my thoughts on astrology and manifesting and how they go together. So thank you again for joining me today, and until next time, happy manifesting.